Good evening, everyone. Today we're gonna learn how to make two-dimensional parallax effect on HTML page. So here we go. First, we open the Visual Studio Code and we create a folder with name the parallax here. And now we put the basics index.html, the first page which we're gonna display our HTML page with the codes inside and tags and everything into CA. And the second, we're gonna create the style.css, which will be our CSS style in order can style our index.html file. And as last file, we're gonna add our JavaScript file. Will be gonna be is app.js. And then, in order to put our images and create the parallax effect, we're going to create the folder with name images inside here. And I downloaded from the internet on Google search with images to this is the frame, which is going to be the frame which will be on our wall. And this is the actual room which is going to be in our first div inside. So I'm going to grab them and drag them inside our image file. Here, as you can see, it's down the image directory. And we start now with index.html when we create our main tag with the basics. We name the title the parallax effect. You can name it as you want, as you desire. It doesn't matter. And secondly, we link our style.css here. We say /style.css. And after the body loads, we're gonna attach inside the application.js file with the script tag, of course. I'm gonna name it source.app.js, and this is the same one. And secondly, we're gonna create a div inside our body here. But first of all, we're gonna create our header, which contain our image room and the frame picture, excuse me. And now we are inserting our images here with sources under image. This will be the room, and we're gonna give the class room. We're gonna give the class room. And I'm gonna copy once again in order to put our frame. And let's put our frame with class frame. Okay. We say save, and outside the header tag, after we finish the header, we're gonna add a second div with class second, and we hit tab, and as you can see, our div tag is already on our screen displayed. And we're gonna say the parallax effect, and we're gonna save the file. Let's open our index.html with live server and see what's happening here. As you can see, everything now is unstyled. Let's style them and see how it's going on our page. So let's grab our style.css file and start coding. Let's remove the basic margin and paddings. Margin will be 0. Padding will be also 0. And the box sizing will be border box in order to prevent the controls come out of the window. We must add this control and hit save. As you can see, as soon as we hit the save button in Control and S, everything removed the padding and the margin from each control in our HTML file. So let's get the body part and style it a little bit and say height will be 100 view height, and hit save. Actually, I don't need to style my body. I don't need my body. Let's get only the header part, and say style it a little bit with height 100 view height and hit save. And let's put the position will be relative, and the z index will be -1, and you're gonna see what this is happening, why I put the -1. The background will be our room image. I'm gonna give the URL. I'm gonna put the room. As you can see now in our HTML, everything is repeating and seems to be unstyled a little bit. In order to prevent this, we have to style a little bit our background image, and we're gonna say the background size will be cover. Hit again save. As you can see now, we get an error here. We have the background image. Also, we have this room again. So we have to remove the room image from here and leave it in background only. Let's have it again. Let's have a look again and see what's going on. As you can see now, the room image is in the background, and there's not any other image displayed in front of it. So let's continue our styling. Let's get the frame class, which will be our frame will be displayed on wall, and say position absolute in order to come above the image of the room and can position it as we desire. Let's say height 300 pixels, and let's say top will be 30%, and the left, let's say, will be 40%. And I want to style it a little bit because it's very big and it's very ugly. I want to give a little bit of transform, and scale to 0.5. As you can see now, it's scaled a little bit down. It's a little bit smaller, and now it fits the wall perfectly. So let's go to second tip, which is our parallax effect here down. It's unstyled, and I'm gonna grab the class, the div class with second here, and I'm gonna style it just now. Let's say second, hit enter, We say now, we say hate 100 you hate VH. It's, as you can see, it's the whole screen now, but the text remains stacked up here. I'm gonna style it also here, and I'm gonna say display flex. Display flex. Oops, sorry. Align items. I'm gonna say center. As you can see, the text popped to the middle of the screen. And I'm gonna say now justify content center again. As you can see, now the text is in the middle of the screen of the second div. And finally, now I can style my font size, the background color, and the text color. And let's see. Let's say background color, I wanna give it gray. I'm gonna grab my text color and say brown. And let's see what's going on. It's a little bit. And I'm gonna give the font size. Let's say 5 rem and hit the save. 5 rem, sorry, hit save. As you can see now, everything's styled perfectly. But now, as soon as I scroll down, nothing is happening. So in order to do that, we have to grab our app.js and write some JavaScript codes. So in JavaScript code, in order to create the illusion of parallax, we have to make a function with the name parallax and get the element that we desire to effect, to make the parallax effect, the distance of the effect on the screen. The distance means as soon as I scroll the mouse, what is the position of the effect inside the screen. And finally, I have to get the speed. That means as soon as I transform Y, the effect, the control, with transform Y, that will indicate how much will I multiply the distance in order to create the parallax effect in pixels. So let's talk and have the job done. Let's make this function. Let's name it parallax. Parallax. First, we need the element. Second, we need the distance from the screen. And finally, we need the speed. Let's grab the item from the our document, inside our document, and name the const item. We'll say document query selector, and we're gonna grab the element. Hit save, and then after we get the element, we have to style it. Item dot style dot, we're gonna say transform in order to make the translate Y effect. We have to grab the transform, and we put the double backticks, and we say translate Y, and we open the parentheses, and we put the dollar sign and the curly brackets, and we say distance multiply by speed, and finally we say the pixels. So that was it. So in order get this function and make it work, make it active, we have to say window that add event listener. And now in window add event listener, in this section, we're going to see that we don't have to indicate the controls beforehand. In window.event listener, as soon as we scroll the mouse in every section of the window, we can grab the control inside the scroll function and make it, how can I say that? Not make it, put it inside the parallax function and make it a move on the screen. So we want the scroll event. We say function, and we open the curly brackets. Let's see what's happening. Oh, let's confirm. Sorry, console log. Let's say, what can we get here? Let's get the header. And let's see what's happening here. As soon as I scroll, as you see in the console log, I get the header. The header control is in my hands now, and I can put it inside my Parallax Effect function. So I close this window, I put this here inside, and then now I get the Parallax Effect and say I want to grab the header control. Excuse me. I took some water. I'm sorry. It's in window. Scroll Y. Scroll Y. And I want to make it down with the speed of 0.5. Let's see what's happening. As you see now, everything is smooth down, coming down, and we create this illusion of our room is going down through the second div. Let's say I want to move the frame, copy, grab, say frame. I want to grab the frame control, class, and move it by 4. Let's open it. Move it by 8. As you can see, that to create this nice parallax effect. Thank you very much for watching my video. That was the lesson that I gave. And if you like this video and you want to see more like this, please subscribe to my channel, give a big thumbs up to my video, and see you soon. Have a nice day. Bye.